Hello and welcome to another episode of the ultimate cork grease question. Which cork grease is the best? Before, we tested the texture, the feel of the different cork greases. We have 12 varying brands. But how do they test in longevity? How long do these cork greases actually last on the cork? With the help of some Prosecco corks? We're gonna find out. After all, it's in the name of science. So the first one we're going to start with is the ULTIMAX. This was the one that came in the small white container, super sticky, almost felt like glue or putty. I was not a huge fan. We're going to take a little bit of the cork grease, put it on the cork. Alright, there we have it, the ULTIMAX. Let's see how many swipes we get before it runs out. 11 passes until it ran out. Next up, d'object. This one should be a little easier to see because, if you remember from our last video, this one is surprisingly pink. Now, while I enjoy the smell of this, and it makes for a fairly tinted lip balm, I have the suspicion that it will make for fairly tinted corks as well. So maybe just something to keep in mind. There we go. We have a pretty lubricated cork there. Let's see how we do. That didn't go too well. 1, 2, 3, maybe? Barely? Even then, I think that's generous. It's just not a lot of longevity there. Obviously, this is very scientific. Very accurate process. Let's jump to the French ones. They were my favorite. We'll start off with VANDOREN. There we go. Got 7. You like how high tech we are? Next up, LEBLANC. Let's see how we do. So for LEBLANC, we have about the same, 7. Which makes sense because they're about the same consistency. Next one up, Cell by Selmer. Again, very soft, very greasy. pencil all get 7 swipes before they stop leaving residue on the paper. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, how accurate is this? Who knows? Probably not very. But you know what? Last up in the French line, we've got our good old CRAMPON. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the French ones. Interesting. Let's jump to Venture. Now this one I remember it reminded me of the French cork greases, but it is made in Pennsylvania. This is a new cork, by the way. 18 for Venture and ULTIMAX are at the top. Fascinating. Didario. Really get this to transfer. I think I got 3 strokes. Up, 1. So I put it on the cork. I got about 3 strokes, and even then it was fighting to leave a residue. And say 5, because we're being really precise with this. We have limited room and 5 more left. Let's see how this goes. Alright, super slick. Now, I was not a fan of this one. Clarinetist did it take to choose a brand of cork grease? I don't know, but I'm sure there's a joke in here somewhere. YAMAHA. 10 for YAMAHA. BACKUN beige. Alright, this one in the first video, when I wasn't too impressed with how it was coming off on my hands, but on the grease, it's very different. Very, very different. On the cork, I mean. On the grease. On the cork, it's very different than how it came off on my hand. Alright, let's see how you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Strikingly similar to its French counterparts. Maybe it was made in Quebec. Alright, next up we'll try BACKUN white. Alright, so from the traditional cork greases, in first place with the longest lasting application, Venture with 18 strokes. In second place, ULTIMAX, with a grand total of 11. In third place, YAMAHA, with a grand total of 10. And tied for fourth with 7, VANDOREN, LEBLANC, Cell, Buffet Crampon, and BACKUN Beige. Our non-traditional cork grease, BURTS bees. Amazing. All right, pair 2. The others. All right. Let's see how this goes. So, tonight's cork race adventures have come to an end. Let's go take a look at our contestants and their results. Hope you enjoyed this. I hope this video maybe helps you in your very serious cork grease purchasing decision making. Stay tuned for our last episode on this topic, on this very arbitrary topic. Hope you're doing okay in this quarantine, keeping busy like we are. And we'll see you next time.